Okay,
Okay.
so your 10 minutes starts now.
Thank you. There are a number of governance issues with how the board conducts its work that concern me. From a democratic perspective, I will focus on two. The first involves the invocation of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the Ontario Human Rights Code before each delegation speaks. The second pertains to the withholding of information used in the making of decisions from the public, indeed from some trustees. Intimidation should never be part of a public meeting. The chairperson says any contravention of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms will not be tolerated. This is extreme intimidation, and it's based on a false premise and a gross misunderstanding. The purpose of the charter is to control governments. The board is using it to control what people say when they appear at its meetings. You have it backwards. For the charter, I can find no pertinent court case or discussion that would lead one to think that the charter permitted or pertained to how meetings are run, and indeed can be used at such meetings to limit or even prohibit speech, one of the fundamental rights in the charter. It would be ironic if the charter that's intended to protect and expand speech would be used to curtail it. As for the code, I point to the following. There is nothing about how school board meetings are to be conducted in terms of the Human Rights Code. It is disingenuous to suggest that trustees and or the board face punishment if someone is offended by what is said at its meetings. I have a question for each of you. Who has had professional development in the application of the charter or the code to the management of public meetings? I suspect nobody has. The Ontario Human Rights Commission employs highly qualified people to hear applications, make reports, and other qualified people to hear cases and adjudicate. Simply, they do not make decisions about the code being violated on the spur of the moment and issue instant judgments. Yet, this is what the board did last Monday.